Hi, welcome to a new video of mine. My name is Lotfi. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 1st of April 2022. What's so special about this period, what to expect, and what I recommend you to do. Before this, I would like to remind you that if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and you also hit the bell icon, you can never miss a video of mine. That on my Patreon, as you see up here, I post generally the videos earlier, and I also have dedicated videos only for Patreon, like the energy at play in this moment, which is really dedicated to the coming 5-6 days. You can also join my Facebook group, intuitiv.me. That's how it's called. You see how it's written down here. And of course, you can subscribe to my newsletter, which I started sending out again since yesterday. And no more than 2 per month. That's my promise. Generally one, but maybe there will be a second one if I have something special to announce. And this is how you get the maximum. And a lot of it is freely available on my website already, under tips and tools, in the blog section. And of course, if you feel the need for help, ask for help, because asking for help is not a weakness. It's not a stupid thing. Actually, it's the smart thing to do. And second, it's a sign of strength. It means you have courage. It means you want to really improve the quality of your life. You're determined to live a better life. And that's something I commend you for. So don't be shy. Contact me if you have questions. If you need help with something specific, you can see on my homepage, you see several of my services. But if you don't see there exactly what you need, just hit the contact button and ask. And under testimonials, you can see what clients that I've worked with say, how they experienced it. So don't take my word for it. Read what I wrote. You can check it. And many of them even were willing to put the full names there. Some people felt still shy. Some people didn't even want to show their faces. It's okay, because not everyone is that confident to go out there and say, hey, I have an issue and I really need help solving it. Totally fine. No judgment there. Took me a while before I even admitted that I had a problem, that I was addicted to certain things, or that I was dealing with things, or that I went into spirituality, into looking at things from a different perspective. So back to the subject of the video, perspective, like I just said. It's interesting how everything comes back to where it started. So the 1st of April, it's not a joke. But if somebody's playing jokes on you, try not to get mad if they're annoying, if they're stupid jokes, or if they're not the kind of jokes that you like, or maybe you like them back in the days, maybe you even played those jokes on others, but nowadays you're like, nah, come on, that's not me anymore. Not everyone is changing at the same pace, but everyone is changing into the same direction. This is why friendships may end. When I say friendships, I mean all kinds of relationships, like best friends, good friends, partnerships, business partnerships, love relationships can end. Even relationships between you and your parents, or even you and your children, can change or stop for a certain period of time, because we are all changing. The world is changing. Just look around you. You will see that the world is not the same as it was 3 years ago. And it will not go back to like it was before. We cannot turn back the clock. But what we can do is make things better for ourselves. And some of you may have experienced last night headaches like me. I'm still feeling it a bit. And I was not sure what it was. At a certain moment I woke up, middle of the night, with that headache, and thought, oh, maybe I didn't drink enough water. So I took a glass of water. Stay hydrated, by the way, very important. And drinking coffee is dehydrating. green tea, black tea are dehydrating as well. So be aware of that. That's why I mainly drink water, or I put some herbs into water. So suddenly I decided to check on my phone the moon calendar, the lunar calendar. New moon. Yes. The past year, suddenly I started to experience things with full moon, new moon, headaches, being tired, drained, uh, easily irritated, many things, but not every time. And then also read that there are again a lot of solar flares. Yeah, of course. Solar flares result into electromagnetic fields changing on our planet. If you want to know the physics about this, go on YouTube and you can find how it works. But we are electric beings. We work with electricity. Our neural system works with electricity and it affects us. So of course we get headache easily because yeah, this is all electric going up here. And so I know I can just let it be. There's no way in fighting it. I could take medicine, but I will just numb the pain. And maybe what I need is just to rest more, to just pause. But yeah, new moon, you may say, is also new beginnings. So that's the moment to start new things. Yes, but do you need to start on the first day? No. Listen to your body. And this I will bring back to perspectives again. Society is built in such a way that you need to perform, you need to keep going and going and going. And faster and faster and faster. More, more, more. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Bigger is better. Yeah. No. The perspective I would like you to consider today is, what if your body would know better? Would know better than your mind? Would know better than what society is saying, than what the media is saying, or what certain websites are saying? Because there are plenty of websites. On my website, you will find articles, on the tips and tools about health and other things. But it's very important when you read an article to check if it says sponsored article or not. Because if it's sponsored, you may want to check who the sponsor is. I always say follow the money. So if a pharmaceutical company is recommending you to take something that they're producing and say, yeah, you really need that, there's advertising. And I heard this wonderful quote from somebody once who said, advertising and marketing is convincing people, or trying to convince people to take something, to buy something, to consume something they don't need. And that's why certain products you never see advertisement for, because people just go and take it. They want it or they need it, so you don't need to advertise for it. How often have you seen advertising for tap water? You see advertising for fancy bottles, which often are just the same water as your tap water. Maybe not in all countries, but in certain countries, it's literally the same water that comes out of the same well. It's just pumped 300 meters further than the other one. And it's the tap water for one, and then an expensive few euro bottle for the other person. But then it's a beautiful word like Bar Le Duc. Oh, so fancy. I drink Bar Le Duc. Yeah. So what if your body knows best? What if you would pause every 3 hours for 3 minutes every day? Not during your sleep, don't worry. You can just sleep 9 hours in a row if you want. And just pause. Maybe start with 5 minutes And on my website, you have under tips and tools, you see relaxation, refocus, or if you click subscribe to my newsletter, you will get access to this page about relaxation. But not only, it also includes all my other meditations, both in video, PDF, and audio files that you can download. And this is 5-minute meditation, which helps you to refocus, to recenter, to calm down, to go back into your Zen. And it's something I started practicing many years ago at work. When things would get chaotic and intense, I would just leave my desk, go to the bathroom, and just stay there for 5 minutes. Nobody will come and knock on the door the first 5 minutes, so you can just do your breathing exercise, make sure it's not a smelly one. And then after that, you go back to your desk or to whatever you are doing, and you have a clear mind again. And then suddenly you see, like, oh, wait, that's how things fit together. And you may say, oh, but I lose 5 minutes every hour or every 3 hours. Well, no, actually, you gain a lot of time because you have a clear mind. You also take a glass of water, maybe. And that's how you get really productive, but also in a calm way. You get less exhausted. When I started doing this, I was coming home more relaxed, not so tired anymore. I still had energy to do things in the evening. Well, all the years before that, when I would come home, I would be exhausted, sometimes just dropping dead on the sofa, falling asleep for an hour or so. But since I started doing this, I actually could enjoy my free time. I could actually spend my money on fun stuff. But before that, I was having a job that was paying even much more, but I was spending my money on trying to compensate for all the stress I was having. The first few days of my holidays, I would be sick with fever and everything because I would be so exhausted and all that stress and tension would come out of my body. And now I've been sick once in the past 2, 3 years. I think in total twice in the past 5 years. And that was mainly because I didn't listen to my body. So I pushed my body to the limit, past the limits, and my body at a certain moment said, okay, enough, gata, stop, boom, really sick. And I'm like, oh, shit. That was a reminder. But generally, if I listen to my body, my days are smoother. I'm getting more efficient, more productive, feel less stressed, less tired, have more fun. Even if there are a lot of things coming, and even if I'm still dealing with a lot of crap, old stuff from my youth and stuff, I'm still processing, still working on myself, and I recommend you to do the same. But despite all that, I'm doing a lot of work, by the way. I generally have 2 sessions a week for myself, pushing through. But still, I would not go back to my old life. So please make this weekend and the coming week a time where you focus more on yourself, listen to your body, what your body needs. We need to eat, we need to drink, we need to sleep. We need to move your ass. Go out into nature, to the park. Move. Going to the gym is nice, but a walk in the park can benefit you even more. Yeah, you may not do all the exercise, but grounding, literally touching the soil with your bare feet or touching a tree with your hand. You don't need to go and hug trees if you don't feel comfortable doing that, which is nice, by the way. You can hug them like this or stand with your back against the tree and ground. You can also just put your hand. And because we're electric beings, we accumulate electrostatic, a lot of electrostatic energy. And sometimes with trolleys at an airport or in a supermarket, you get like this thing goes, this spark, or even when you touch somebody, or you want to kiss your partner from the tip of your nose to the other tip, and so you discharge this when you connect, when you ground. Some people even have a metal sheet somewhere in their house which is connected with a wire which goes to a pin that goes into the ground for about a meter, 3 feet, to really ground. And I have on my website the tips and tools grounding, and there's a whole page dedicated to physical grounding, and some doctors explaining all the benefits of that, how that helps you. But you also can learn grounding exercises, and I will organize a workshop very soon about grounding, and maybe also I'll extend it to cleaning, recharging, and shielding. That's why it's important to subscribe to my newsletter, because then you will know when I will organize such things. It will be online, so it's easy. Maybe I'll decide to do one offline here in the park in Bucharest. So if you're located in Bucharest, contact me, send me a message, because we can do it. Theoretically, most likely. It's larger than Carol, and there's really space to connect with nature and not have people around. So do what you can to take good care of yourself, to listen to your body, and I guarantee you, you will start to feel better. Yes, you may feel the discomfort at first, but the discomfort is there. Maybe you've been pushing it away, but that only works for so long. At a certain moment, poof, it will come out, because the pressure will keep building up, and it will not come out when it's the right moment. When you say, I'll wait till the right moment, because then, no, the right moment is always now. When you feel it, deal with it. And maybe at the beginning, there's a lot of shit coming out. But once you clean, and then you do it regularly, regular maintenance, you will see it's going to take just minutes. So start working on your health. Start working on balancing your life, listening to your body. Ignore the news, ignore the mass media. Start unfollowing people. You don't need to unfriend, but just unfollow people who are only posting about war and disaster and what our governments are doing, all the crazy stuff that's going on. If you feel it's not your fight to fight, let other people do that. You don't have to do everything. You're not responsible for the whole world. You're responsible for yourself first. And by being a healthy Zen person, you will influence others by this. Just like I'm sharing my own experiences, and with that I inspire others, hopefully you, to also change something in your life. So go out there, do your thing, but listen to your body. And feel free to contact me. I wish you a wonderful day, wish you a beautiful weekend, and see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and share.